Now, we were talking about better slopes. We were also discussing about the advantage of having vertical cut and disadvantage of vertical cut, or advantage of having a better slope and disadvantage of better slope. What is the disadvantage? Advantage of having, uh, you know, uh, more wider, better slope. The disadvantage will be more the better slope, more will be the area loss. Then again, it is an economic loss to the farmer. If it is vertical cut, then less area will be lost due to bench terraces. But again, the stability of the bench terrace will be questioned. But if you have any retaining wall type of structure, then it is always advisable to go for vertical cut rather than having a better slope. But places where again the construction of retaining wall is again expensive, you will have to have size stone or stones or any locally available material, and the construction cost is also involved. So there is always a compromise between area lost and the stability of your butt. Now, if you have to find the area lost due to bench terraces, first we will see first case for vertical cut. For vertical cut, what is the area lost? This is your original inclined surface. देखिए ये आपका ओरिजिनल सरफेस है, इसी को हमको कट एंड फिल करके बेंचेस बनाना है. तो ये आपका कोई भी ट्रायंगल का कौन सा साइड है? सबसे लंबा साइड है, ठीक है. इफ वी हैव अदर साइड्स विल बी ऑलवेज बी लेस देन दिस. सो व्हेनेवर वी हैव बेंच और टेरेसेस, द सरफेस एरिया विल बी समवॉट बी reduced even for vertical cut, although it would be not that high depending upon the slope of the area. So this is your L or W, since it is a vertical cut. This is your vertical interval. This is your W by 2. This is your D by 2. So this is your right angle triangle that it is making. So the area lost in terms of the original inclined land, that is AB, it will be under root. So this is Pythagoras theorem. This side is the longest side, we have to find, it would be L square plus D square. And this is your terrace width, right? So in terms of this original inclined surface, it would be area lost will be under root L square plus D square minus W by under root L square plus D square. This is the area lost in a vertical cut. Fine. Under root L square plus D square. Now, second case, Case 2, when better slope is 1:1. In that case, you have the area lost in percentage. If you express in percentage, you can put 100. Percentage में आ जाएगा. The area loss in percentage for better slope of 1:1 will be 100. So the 200 plus S divided by 100 plus D. And you have to derive it. Right now it is not coming to the mind. And try to derive it. This is the area which is lost due to bench terraces. This is the area which is lost due to bench terraces, and the better slope is 1:1 means 1 vertical to 1 horizontal. Figure में छोटा दिख रहा है लेकिन it is 1:1. So this is your horizontal spacing, and this is your vertical spacing. This is V/2, and this is your width of your terrace. This is your width of the terrace. Now we have to find out what is for a better slope of 1:1 for one vertical, for one horizontal, कितना आपका एरिया का लॉस हो रहा है. तो वो एरिया लॉस परसेंटेज टर्म में टोटल एरिया का कितना है, बिकॉज दैट इज अ वेरी significant entity. So that if 20% or 30% of the land is lost because of bench terraces, we have to consider that. We have to take into account that lost area as well, because it is in that area there won't be any cultivation. There would be an economic loss to the farmer. So balance always has to be established. So for that we are finding out the area lost because of bench terraces. This is your original slope land AB. I hope this diagram is clear to you. Raising it. So this is A, B, this is your W, this is your vertical spacing, this is your vertical. So this AB, if we express this in terms of length and width, length of the terrace as well as the depth of the terrace, we have to express this in terms of AB, the length, the original inclined land AB in terms of length of terrace and depth of terrace will be L square plus D square. And if we take out this L and expand this series, it will look like L into 1 plus 2D square by 2L square plus 4D square by 8L to the power 4. Now since this term would be too insignificant, we will take only this one. It will come out to be L plus LD square by 2 into L square. But you know what is this L? L, what is this L? This is the horizontal spacing, horizontal interval, that is L is equal to 100 into vertical interval, that is D by S. Now expressing this in terms of vertical and horizontal interval, this L will become plus d square into 2 into 100 d by s. D will get cancelled, and this will become ds by 200. So this length AB can be expressed in terms of depth, slope, and length of the terrace. So you have to remember this equations somewhere we have to write it. This is for my understanding. This is just ds by 200. Because this equation would be required later on. It's a little lengthy, please bear with me. Although this derivation may or may not be required, but still how things are derived we should be knowing. It's all logic based. Now we have what we have found out is the AB expressed in terms of length, slope, and depth of or vertical spacing between two points. Now what we do is say if W is the width which is available for cultivation. If W is the width which is available for cultivation, then W plus D is equal to L. Any doubt? Because this is the width which is available for cultivation. Here cultivation, can we do cultivation here? No, it cannot be done because it is a better. So what is this L? L is the horizontal spacing between two successive buds. So W plus what is this? If it is D by 2, this is also D by 2. Here this is also D by 2. D by 2 plus D by 2 is D is equal to L. Right. Now we have to find, what we have to do is we have to find this W. So this W is equal to L below is 100 D by S. This is the horizontal interval, vertical by horizontal is equal to S by 100. Through that we have got this one minus D, or this will be 100 D minus ds by S. So this is your equation. W is equal to, that is the width which is available for cultivation. This is the width which is available for cultivation. This can be expressed in terms of depth and slope. Because in any questions the depth will be given, slope will be given, we have to find the width. So it has to be expressed in that form. So again, this we have to write somewhere because it will be used later on. ds by S. Now, if W is the width which is available for cultivation, then the width which is not available for cultivation will be this. This is the width which is not available for cultivation. So this will be AB minus W. The width which is not available for cultivation will be AB, that is this inclined length minus the area lost in the upstream side plus the area lost in the downstream side. Or this will be AB minus W will be the area lost area which is not available for cultivation. Width not available for cultivation will be is equal to AB minus W. AB minus W मतलब ये आपका D/2 ये आ जाएगा. So what is AB? AB is 100D by S plus DS by 200. And what is W? 100D by S minus DS by W. This is minus, then this is 100D by S minus आगे तो प्लस हो जाएगा DS by S. So this will get cancelled. So what remains is DS by 200 plus DS by S. This is your equation. You need to write it somewhere. Width not available for cultivation is DS by 200 plus DS by S. I think we are running out of chalk. Now we can find the area lost due to we can express the percentage area lost in terms of the original inclined plane. This percentage area lost in terms of original inclined AB. So this will be the area that it will be area not available for cultivation, that is DS by 200 plus DS by S divided by the AB. AB is 100 by D by S plus DS by 200. Now we can this is simple algebra, you can solve this. We can take a D out of all this. So if we take D here, it will be S by 200 plus 1 divided by 100 S plus S by 200. Any doubt? If you practice it, you will be able to know it better. So this will be S plus 200 into S. ये solve करने पे ऐसा आएगा आपका, because 200 यहाँ से 200 यहाँ से कॉमन आ जाएगा, कट जाएगा, divided by 100 20,000 plus S square. Now if we dividing the numerator and denominator by 100s, it will give S plus of course this is into 100 okay, because we are expressing it in terms of a percentage. into 100 into 100 that's by 200 divided by 200 by S plus S by. This is the equation for area loss in terms of percentage when the better slope is half is to 1 is to 1. It is the percentage area loss. Will be S plus 200 divided by 200 by S plus S. Now, if the better slope is half is to 1, then the percentage area loss by the same principle, except this is d by 2 here, it will be d by 4 because it is half is to 1. If it is d by 2, this will be d by 4. So doing the same derivation, it will come out as S plus 100 by 200 by S plus S by 2. So you can also do it for half is to 1 as a practical assignment or a assignment you will do it. This is the area loss for vertical cut. I hope you are not getting too much bothered with assignments and practicals. I think I'm giving it for your practice. Maybe this type of long questions would not be coming in the exam. There would be some numerical at the most, but still for your own understanding, if you want to know, because most of you would be math student also. We are also preparing for bank and other type of things where logic and reasoning would be required. Such type of derivation, if you don't, even if you don't remember the formula, then you can derive the formula using this reasoning, right? You have the right figure in your mind, then you can always derive the formula. So this is all about the area loss. First, in case of a vertical cut. Second, when the better slope is half 1 is to 1, and third, when the better slope is half is to 1. So what I am doing is I am going to erase it. Since you are having this recorded class, you have the liberty. I have the liberty to erase it anytime, because whenever you have to write something, you can always post the video and jot down whatever is written. Had it been a normal class, I would have to wait for everyone to write it, so that bottleneck is not here right now. It's one of the advantages of technology. Now I will give one numerical. We will try to solve a numerical problem. Please write it down. Okay. On a 20% slope area, 20% hill slope, it is proposed to construct bench terrace, in short I write BT, if the vertical interval, again in short I write VI, is 2 meter. Calculate one length per hectare of course, BT. Second, earthwork involved. Work involved. And third, area lost. What percent area lost? These three things you have to define. First, what is given? The land slope is 20%, and the vertical interval, that is the spacing between two bunds, vertical spacing is 2 meter. What you have to calculate? The length per hectare of bench terrace. Second, the earthwork involved, and third is the percentage area lost. For both vertical cut and better slope, 1:1. And of course, the cut should be equal to the fill. For an economic reason, it is always kept the cut should be equal to fill. Whatever the cut material is there, it will be filled on the downstream side to construct the bench terraces. Cut should be equal to fill. Just go through this question once. What it is saying is, you have to find, first the vertical interval is given, you have to find the horizontal interval first. Once you find the horizontal interval, you can find out the length per hectare of bench terrace. How? Because per hectare means 10,000 square meter, and the horizontal spacing, if you find out, then 10,000 divided by the width or the horizontal spacing will give the length of bund per hectare. And second, the earthwork involved. What will be the earthwork involved? The caveat is given, cut should be equal to the fill. So whatever the cut is, that will be the earthwork. So fill material, for filling you are not bringing in earth from anywhere else. Whatever the cut is, that is being filled. So the cut portion, the earthwork has to be determined in terms of cubic meter. The third is the area lost. Area lost, and for all those things, you have to determine all these three things for both for vertical cut as well as for better slope of 1:1. Yes. So I am going to erase it. Before solving anything, first make a figure. This is your cut, this is your fill, and this is your L or width, and this is your total vertical interval, that is D, that is D by 2, that is depth of cut. This will be D by 2, this is the depth of cut, and this is going to be your W by 2, since this is W, and the entire width will be the length of your bar. Now for a vertical cut, we know, where is it? Okay. D is equal to WS by 100 निकाले थे हम लोग, which implies W is equal to 100 D by S. What is D? D is 2 meter, and what is S? S is 20. So this will be 200 by 20, it will be 10 meters. So width of this terrace, this is 10 meters. ठीक है? Width is 10 and D is, what is D? Is depth of 2 meter. D is your vertical cut. Depth of cut will be D by 2, that is 1 meter. And what we have to find out first is the length per hectare of bench terrace. So length per hectare, this is not that visible. Length per hectare of bench terrace will be, what it will be? Will be hectare is 10,000 square meters divided by width or the horizontal spacing. 10,000 divided by width. This is 10,000 by 10 is equal to 1,000 running meter. So why it will be running meter? Because it will be an addition of all the bench terraces spread over an hectare of land. इस तरह का 1 हेक्टर is 100 मीटर by 100 मीटर, इस तरह का बेंच टेरेसेस बना हुआ है. ये क्या हुआ? ये आपका हॉरिजॉन्टल स्पेसिंग, और इसका जो हाइट का जो डिफरेंस है वर्टिकल स्पेसिंग, एंड लेंथ पर हेक्टर विल बी 1 हेक्टर, that is 100 into 100 meter divided by the horizontal spacing. In this case it is 10 meters, then it will be 10,000 divided by 10, that is 1,000 meters. Second thing that you have to keep in mind is, क्या था दूसरा? Earthwork involved. So I have already told you the earthwork will be whatever the cut, it is being filled here. The earthwork involved is to this portion only. So this is a geometrically, it's a right angle triangle. If it is a vertical cut, for a vertical or right angle triangle, it will be earthwork half into base W by 2. What is W? W is 10 meter into depth is D by 2. Half into W is 10, that is 5, plus D is 2, 1, D by 2 will be 1. Not plus 2. So this will be 2.5 square meters. This is the cross-sectional area of this shape, and it has to be, this is the cross-sectional area. ये कितना है? This is 1,000 meter का bench. So 1 into will be into length. So length is running 100,000 meters. So the earthwork involved will be 2,500 cubic meter. So this much of earthwork will be involved. Third, you have to find is what we have to find is the area lost. This all is for vertical cut. First case. Area lost. The area lost will be, so area lost for vertical cut we have already derived. Percentage area loss would be under root L square plus D square minus W divided by under root L square plus D square. This will be L square. How much is L? Plus D square is, what is D? D is 2 minus W W is 10 divided by ये जितना भी आएगा into 100, this will be the percentage area lost. Will come in percentage. Now coming to the second case, I think by solving this you will get whatever 2, 3, 5%. It will be the area lost because of this bench terraces. The second case, when the better slope is case 2, better slope or the riser slope is 1:1. This is the basic figure. If this is d by 2, this will also be d by 2. This is your width of the terrace. And this is your vertical spacing. This is the spacing between, vertical spacing between two terraces. Now the area lost when the better slope is 1:1. We have derived it. Better slope 1:1. This one. Percentage area lost is equal to, what is the percentage area lost? So this area, ये एरिया में हमारा कल्टीवेशन नहीं होता है. So what is the, this is for one terrace, there would be n number of terrace over a spread of 1 hectare. So total overall area lost, total area का कितना है, that we have to find out with this equation that we have derived. That is S by S plus 200 by 200 by S plus S by 100. That is S plus 200 by 200 by S plus S by 100. Right. What is S here? S is 20. ये सारा in terms of percentage है, because the 100 we have already factored in. ठीक है, अलग से 100 लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. पिछला केस में we had not factored in the 100. in terms of percentage, but here we have already deriving, we have already factored in that in terms of percentage. So this is 20 plus 200 by 200 by 20 plus 20 by 100. This is going to be 220 divided by 10 plus 0.2. So I think the idea is clear that these formulas, I think we should be knowing by heart. Otherwise, if there is numerical problem, it would be very difficult for you to derive within a short period of time. But those expression of D in case of vertical or better slope of 1:1 or 1/2:1, that is very easy. There is a generalized equation. Through that you can find out what is D for better slope 1/2:1, that is 200, 2 Ws by 200 minus S. But these, I think you should be knowing. For area slope, area loss for this is again easy, it's nothing, derivation here. But this one you should be knowing, this one you should be knowing. Once you know this one, you can also find, you can, because these two are very similar. This is 200, this is 100 for 1/2:1. This is 220 divided by 1.2. So this is coming out to be 21.6%. So when the better slope is 1:1, when the better slope is 1:1, so 21.6% of the area is lost for the construction of bench terraces. If the better slope is vertical, then we did not calculate, it will come out 2 or 3% of the total area lost. So one has to always weigh the advantages as well as the disadvantages. For vertical cut, the soil should be stable, there has to be some retaining wall type of thing, so construction cost will be higher. For if you provide a natural better slope, then the area lost would be more, but the area loss would be more and the construction cost would be lesser than the vertical cut one. So this is the area lost in case of better slope 1:1. So this was the question. For assignment, you can also find out for better slope of 1/2:1, you can do all these things. This length of 1 per hectare, earthwork involved, as well as the area lost for better slope 1/2:1. And second thing that you have to do is try to derive, if possible, the equation, this one, for that is better slope for 1/2:1. So this way our terraces chapter is almost done from my side. Now it's your part to how you grasp it and how well you practice it. And questions from terraces are very common in examinations, and also it is a very important agricultural structure, land management structure for cultivation, agricultural practices. So one should, being an agriculture graduate, you should know where certain type of terraces are suitable. For rice cultivation, what someone has put up a very good figure that for hill slopes, what should be the type of bench terraces. For rice cultivation, what should be the type of bench terraces. For plain land, so there are many type of bench terraces. So this is the common one which we have expressed for a leveled bench terraces. We have yet not covered the inward sloping or outward sloping. Then the cross section of shoulder bund would also come in picture. Also the gradient of your bench terraces will also come into picture. But for this syllabus, I think that is not required. For this much, this much is more than sufficient, and if you do it properly, I think it would be very well and very good. The first part of the question was to find the length of the bund. So this is the figure, and we have in this case 2. We have the water slope as 1:1. So this riser slope, this is 1:1. That is 1 horizontal to 1 vertical. Now, if this is d by 2, since it is a 1:1, this horizontal distance will also be d by 2. And this is your the d by 2, and this is the total width. Now, what we have to find is, we have to find the width, this width. And this is the total length of your trace. Now, we have that formula, E is equal to, for better slope 1:1, we have Ws by 100 minus S, where this implies W is equal to E into 100 minus S by S. E was given to 2 meters, and this is 100, slope is 20% by 20, then it will come out to be 8 feet. That is, this width is 8 feet. What is our question? Our question is to find the length per hectare. So length per hectare means it would be, per hectare is 10,000 square meter. So length per hectare will be, hectare of bench terrace will be 10,000 divided by 8. Will it be 8? No, it won't be 8, because it is the horizontal spacing. This is the actual width available for cultivation. But for finding out the length per hectare, we should also consider the area lost or the length lost because of this better slope. Here in this case, this d by 2 and also this d by 2. How much is this d by 2? This is 2 by 2, that is 1. This is also 1. This will be 8 plus 1 plus 1, that is 10,000 or 1,000 running meter. So the length of bund is 1,000 running meters. Now, second thing, we have to find the earthwork involved. We have already discussed earthwork in case of a bench terrace is the cut portion. This is the cut portion, and this is the fill portion. We don't have anything to do with the fill portion, because the earthwork will be only the cut portion, because the cut is equal to the fill. So what is this cut portion? We have to find out. This is the case of a right angled triangle, right? So area of a right angled triangle, cross-sectional area. This is half into base. This is d by 2 plus w by 2. D by 2 is 1, and w by 2 is 8 by 2, that is 4. Plus, minus, and this portion, this is, and we have to find this portion. We have to subtract this portion from this entire right angle triangle. This is base is d by 2, that is 1, and depth is also into 1. That is, this will be half into 5 minus 1, that is 4. It's 4 by 2. 2 square meter. This is your cross-sectional area, and it has to be multiplied with the length of bund, because this is for only the cross-section. The bund is for the entire hectare, the running meter. The length of bund we have found out. For this case is 1,000. That is 2 into 1,000. That is 2,000 square meter. So the first thing, the length of bund is 1,000 running meter. The earthwork is 2,000 cubic meter, and the third, that area lost due to bench terracing, that we have already determined, that was 21.6%.